let's talk about trustee responsibilities in the budgeting process. Trustees need to understand the budgeting process. Library budgets are subject to the Local Government Budget Act, as outlined in MCA 7-6-40. This means having a balanced budget. You can't spend more than you expect to receive. Montana's counties, cities, and towns typically use the Budgetary Accounting and Reporting System, or BARS, as the framework for reporting revenue and expenses. More information on this system can be found in the Reading Financial Reports video. The library director should be receiving regular financial reports from the governing body and sharing them with the board at each meeting. This will help keep the board informed about the library budget, so they are aware of the progress throughout the year. Is there still adequate funding? Has one area seen a large increase or decrease in spending? This will be useful knowledge when developing the budget for the coming year. Building the budget is one of the most important functions of the board. We've talked about the various funding sources, so you should have a fairly good idea of expected revenue. If you've been keeping track of current budget reports, you'll have a good understanding of typical library expenses. Now you can have the conversation about plans for the future. Look at the library's long-range plan. Are there goals that will require monetary support, new equipment or programs, building repairs or expansion? This is where a library depreciation fund can help. When there are funds not spent at the end of the fiscal year, they can be added to a library depreciation fund. This is authorized in MCA 22-1-305 and needs to be established in advance. This fund can be useful when planning for future large-scale improvements or equipment needs. Budget planning takes time. Trustees work with the library director to prepare a preliminary budget, which can then be adopted by the board and presented to the governing body. It is necessary to be aware of the process with the governing body. When are budget presentations held? Have they approved the preliminary budget request, or are there revisions that need to be made? Once the overall city or county budget has been approved, the board can approve the library's final budget. Thank you for offering your time as a trustee to support your local library and the community it serves. If you have further questions about finances and budgeting, please reach out to your state library consultant. The Trustee Handbook also has more information on budget planning.